A little bit over a month ago, on May 1st to be specific, told myself I was going to start posting on YouTube. I also promised myself that I was going to post on YouTube every single day, no matter what. I was tired of being a consumer. I wanted to be a creator. I was going to post either a piece of long form or short form content every single day for the next 2, 3, 4 years and really give this YouTube thing my all. My testing period is not a month or 2 months or 90 days. Like some people be like, post it on YouTube every day for 90 days and this is what happened. Bro, nothing's really gonna happen in 90 days. Yeah, your channel might blow up, you might get lucky, but do you really expect to build something in 90 days? I want this to actually be kind of a career path I follow. So I'm giving this 2, 3, 4 years of posting every single day. Then I'm gonna come back and analyze it. But anyways, my whole idea was I was tired of being a consumer and I wanted to be a creator. I wanted to be someone who people would go on and watch. I wanted to be comfortable with sharing my opinions. I thought my opinions, well, I still do, I believe my opinions are relevant enough to share. And that is the difference between a creator and a consumer. In this video, I want to talk about why you need to stop consuming or at least reduce your consumption and start creating more. Your creation should always be more than how much you consume. The first reason why I think content creation is the way to go is because, in all honesty, it is the best business to start. Now, whether this video gets 10 views or 20 million views, it really doesn't matter. People are still gonna keep consuming, right? Even if the whole entire world watches this video, me telling them to stop consuming and start creating, there's still always going to be consumers out there, which means that you are always going to have a market or a group, an audience who will watch your videos no matter what, no matter what platform. Let's say in 10, 20 years, by the way, I don't think YouTube is ever gonna die. I don't think it's gonna go anywhere. But let's say in 20, 30 years, YouTube dies. What's gonna happen? A new app, a new content creation app is gonna come out. That app dies, another new one's gonna come out. People will always have a thirst and a desire for content. They always want to consume. This has been the case forever, since TV came out, since Netflix came out, since the internet was created. People want to consume. They want to sit there. It can be for a variety of different reasons. You might come home tired from work and you just want to chill. You want to consume something. You might be one of those people who watches something while they eat, right? So there's always going to be an audience that works 24/7, that never goes to sleep. You can post a video. I can post a video from right here in the United States. Some guy in India can watch it while I'm sleeping, or some guy in Australia can watch it while I just woke up the next day. So it's no longer tied to whether something is live or not. There will always, and it's only going to grow more and more and more. So you are always going to have an audience and a market. Why I think it's an amazing business, because it's extremely scalable. It's free to start. When I say scalable, I mean you can easily go from having 100 people watching your videos to 1,000 to 100,000 to 1,000,000 without you really having to change much. People resonate with your content and they love it. You're gonna keep sharing it. It's gonna continue to grow. The algorithms are gonna continue to pick it up. You're gonna keep growing larger and larger and larger. All you have to do is stay consistent and stay producing quality content. Another thing about this, in the beginning, when you first start out, you're not going to be producing quality content. You're gonna suck at talking to the camera. You might stutter. You might be a terrible speaker. You might talk extremely monotone and it's not gonna interest anyone. But guess what? You are going to get better. As time goes on, I promise you, go back and watch my first video. It was terrible. This is only a month and a half later, and I've gotten way better. But this same video, when I watch it a year from now, I'm gonna look back and be like, that was trash. I'm gonna cringe. I'm be like, no way, that was me, because I'm gonna have improved so much. You improve so quickly. Trust me. Don't tell yourself, no, I'm not someone who can become a YouTuber. I just don't have the personality for it. YouTube is for every single personality. You're not as different as you think you are. Trust me, no matter how weird and obscure you think you are, there's probably just another weirdo exactly like you somewhere out there who wants to watch another weirdo. The market, I'm telling you, is always going to be there. As time passes, as you get more consistent with it, you're gonna get better. You're going to grow your audience. Soon, once you hit that 1,000 subscribers, more people start watching your video, you've gotten better. One video might pop up, but now you also have a catalog before that these people are then gonna go watch. Now your watch hour, your watched, whatever it's called, the thing, the time hours that you need to reach a certain amount to start getting monetized. Now you've hit 1,000 subscribers, you're monetized. You're continuing to get better and better and better and developing yourself. Now you can bring in the quality. After a year or two of posting every single day, of really, really honing in that skill, You need to embrace the suck. That first year I saw this guy say this, he's like, people are scared of embracing the suck. They're scared of embracing being terrible at something. They're scared of it. No one wants to suck at something, but you know when you first start out, you're going to suck and it's going to get better and it's going to be worth it at the end. After a year, 2, maybe 3 of sucking and improving your skills, now you can focus more on quality. First comes the quantity and just honing in, then comes quality. Now you don't have to you have 1 million, 2 million subscribers, now you don't have to post every single day. Now you can try to make better quality content. Maybe you can spend more time working on every piece of content, really thinking it through. You're not just gonna be releasing whatever comes to your mind. In the beginning, man, don't even think about quality. It's gonna suck, who cares? Just get it over with. It's like ripping off a Band-Aid. I know you're scared to start creating content. I know you're giving yourself all these excuses that maybe you're not built out for it. Yes, you are built out for it. If you tell yourself you don't have the personality for YouTube, think about this. Do you act the same way you do with your friends as you do with your parents or with your grandparents? No, you don't. Are you being fake when you act certain with your friends and certain with your grandparents? No, you're not. You're just adapting your personality or yourself to the environment that you're in. That's the same with YouTube. As time goes on, you're going to find your YouTube personality. You're going to adapt to the YouTube environment and you're going to be comfortable in it. You don't have to pretend to be someone else. Just be yourself. With time, you're going to start getting ideas. Maybe I can make content about this. Maybe I can make content about that. And as you're getting better at the skill, you're developing that your front of the camera persona, your personality. It's still you. It's not going to be the same way you act with your friends. Maybe it's not going to be the same way you act with your freaking grandparents. But you're not being fake, trust me, and people are going to resonate with that. I'm being myself right now, but this is still not the way I spoke to the camera a month ago. I was more monotone, I was more subdued, I was a little bit nervous, I was very nervous, right? And at first I was telling myself, man, maybe I'm not built out for this, maybe YouTube is not for me. But guess what? As more time passed, I got more comfortable, and now I enjoy it a lot more. And I rambled on a little bit with that first point. Number 2, and this is perhaps the most dangerous, and this is more mental. But once you reach a certain level of consumption, no opinions or judgments that you have are your own anymore. They're that of your favorite influencer. They're that of your favorite YouTuber. They're that of your favorite podcaster. And as you hone in and hone in and hone in on the kind of content that you like more, and you consume more and more and more of it, you box yourself into one corner. And then you reach a point where you just start repeating the comments of someone else. You start repeating the opinions of someone else because you can't think for yourself anymore. You don't give yourself enough time in the day to sit there and be like, what do I think today? No, you don't give yourself any brain breaks. The whole time, whenever it gets quiet and you can finally think to yourself, or make your own opinions or make your own judgments, your own ideas. You're like, let me put on a podcast. That my favorite podcaster. Oh, this is gonna be very good. I'm learning. And you just continue listening to some other guy tell you his opinion. There's a difference, right? Between if you want to listen to educational content, I do that myself. I love history. I listen to history content. But make sure you're not doing it the majority of the day. You need to give yourself that brain break or that period of time where you just sit there to yourself and you think. You just let your mind wander. You think, you can write it down, you can meditate, you can do whatever it may be. You can have a different way of doing it. But a period of time where there's no outside voices, there's no outside opinions. No one is putting little seeds in your brain. No one is telling you how to think. No one is telling you how to act. And you really, really start to develop your own personal view of the world. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I found myself falling into this before I started my YouTube channel and having to think to myself, what am I going to create today? When you're in the consumption mindset, you find a certain area of YouTube that you just become kind of too deep into. For me, it was the self-improvement kind of content. A little while ago, I found myself super into the stuff. Honestly, it didn't last very long because I've said this in a video before. I've always been in the gym. I've always thought about business, whatever it may be, but I would just always consume that. And then the self-improvement content kind of began to turn into the creator of the content putting his opinions into my head or his own ideas. And a lot of them would be stupid. Now, I noticed this and I pulled myself away right away. But there's people who will not notice this. They're gonna fall deeper and deeper and deeper, and then they're gonna hone in on one single creator who they're gonna consume all his content. And before you know it, all of your opinions, all of your thoughts are gonna be the same as that creator, no matter how ridiculous they may be. I saw this guy today. It was just a community post. I unsubscribed to him because he was starting to spew way too much bullshit. It was a community post about him being like, do not go on vacation, going on vacation versus a Chad farming the land. I was like, bro, that is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. You're trying to tell me like I shouldn't go on vacation and I'm all of a sudden useless or stupid for going on vacation? Really, like I'm done with this shit. You start to realize, once you become a creator, you start to realize how ridiculous some of the things these other people are saying. You start to see that they're only doing it to get more and more and more viewers, to attract more people. Because once they're through with the normal stuff, with the, you know, the normal self-improvement, the normal red pill stuff, they need to get more and more ridiculous so that they can draw more eyeballs, so they can get more attention, more retweets, more views, more watch time, whatever it may be. So why you need to start creating is because you can become that person who comes up with his own thoughts, his own ideas, and he puts them out there into the world instead of just consuming someone else's. Last but not least, number 3, and this is something that I realized. This is one of the reasons, another one of the reasons why I started making YouTube videos, is because I wanted to improve my speaking abilities and my storytelling abilities. Alongside sales, I think storytelling is the most important skill that you can learn as a young person. And speaking. It may not be public speaking, right? But still, if you tell yourself, hey, YouTube is not public speaking, man, I ain't scared of talking to the camera. Turn on that camera and watch how you stutter. That first time you make a YouTube video, turn on that camera and watch how your words aren't coherent anymore, how your sentences aren't flowing. That simple camera scared you. It did the same thing to me when I first started, and it still does sometimes. Right, when you first turn on the camera, now all of a sudden all those thoughts, all those great ideas, you had to escape your mind. Why? Because you can't put them into words. Just putting all your thoughts and articulating yourself well into words is a skill in of itself. It's a sub-niche of public speaking. How are you going to do public speaking if you can't even speak to a camera? I think storytelling is also so extremely important, because think about this. I thought of this the other day. Right? Because I stopped consuming so much, I started to have my own thoughts. I was like, listen, if I completely fail in business, if my career completely fails, and all goes to shit, right? If I know how to storytell, I can be one of those people that sits on like the train or the subway or like public areas and just tell stories. I still won't go completely broke. Some people will be tossing me some coins, some money. At least I'll be providing some value to the world, and I won't go completely broke. With sales, if I go, I'm not gonna get too much into sales, but let's say if I went completely broke, hey, if I'm a good salesperson, I can go work at a car dealership somewhere random where all I have to do is get people to buy from me, and I'll slowly build and build and build myself up. If you have these two skills, storytelling and sales, I promise you, you will never go broke. But the story that I wanted to mention is a few months ago, I had this interview in the sports industry. And this level 1 interview, this preliminary interview that they do with you, is just you speaking to the camera. So a question will pop up on the screen. You'll have 30 seconds to, no, I think it was a minute. You'll have a minute to evaluate the question, think of a response, and then the camera just flashes on and it's go time. You get one go at answering the question, and then it's on to the next question. And they take that recording, and then they view it. The people who evaluate all the interviewees. So the first question comes up. I'm like, I have a minute. I'm ready. I'm good to go when the camera turns on. I had my answer already prepared. The camera turns on and I freeze completely. I'm like, bro, what was I even thinking? I'm like tripping over my words. I'm getting nervous because it was go time. The camera was on. We were recording. I messed up that first question. Second question, same thing. Third question, same thing. And I finished. I was pissed at myself. I was like, how did I not develop this ability of simply turning on the camera and talking to it? Why did I not overcome this fear already? Why did I not get this over with? It's going to cause me so many blockades later on in life. That's when I was like, you know what? Let me start creating. That was another reason. I was tired of being a consumer. I wanted to improve my speaking skills. Started creating. The first YouTube video, I watched it back and I was like, damn, this shit sucks. You guys can go back and watch it. It's still up right now. It was only a month and a half ago. And you can see the huge improvement in only 1 month and a half. Imagine how much better you are going to get. As terrible as you may be right now, as much as you might stutter right now, imagine how much better you are going to be in a year or two. And then think how much better you're going to be in 10 years. After you've put in 10,000 hours of work to speak into a camera, you're going to be one of the best in the world. You're going to be a full-on professional. You're going to be extremely good at it. Adding storytelling to that, you can literally just sit in front of a camera and tell good stories. Go out there, get some good experiences, get some fun experiences that people are going to like to listen to, and sit in front of the camera and tell stories, and you are never going to go broke. Then add on to that, sell some course. Make it a good course though. Don't scam people. Don't be one of those, don't be Greg Cardone or that Ty Lopez scamming people for courses. Make a good course on public speaking or speaking to a camera. Now you're good at sales too, so you can sell that course easily. Boom. You are never going to go broke. You know who did this? The most Googled man on the internet. This is exactly what Andrew Tate did. He improved his speaking skills. Andrew Tate didn't start speaking to a camera a year ago when he blew up. He started 6 years ago doing videos of him just sitting in front of the camera and him just expressing his opinions and views. He thought, you know what, why am I going to be just an idiot consumer who's just brainless, whose brain is just filled up with the thoughts and ideas of others? Let me start making videos. He had also gone through a lot of cool experiences. He also worked in sales. So with those experiences, as he got his front of the camera speaking skills better, he was just storytelling about his experiences, and people would be like, damn, that's crazy. It was very entertaining. It was fun to listen to. Then he added on the sales aspect. He started making courses. I'd never bought one of his courses, but I'm guessing it brought actual value because people were buying the courses. Then he took the next step, which was the biggest, that made him the most amount of money, which was Hustlers University, the online community business model, which is the best business model out there. He was charging $50 a month to people. People liked him. They resonated with Andrew Tate. They loved his stories. They thought he was funny. They liked his opinions, maybe, right? Because he was not a consumer. He was dropping different opinions. Because his mind wasn't filled up with the ideas of others, he can come up with his own opinions. So more and more people are joining this, that to the point where he could just offload the work. I never bought Hustlers University, but I doubt Andrew Tate was in Hustlers University making the courses. He was able to make enough money from his first courses, from storytelling at first, from working in sales, to now hire people to work in Hustlers University, the professors they call them, and he didn't have to put an ounce of work when it got to a certain point. It became on autopilot. But he got himself to that point after 7, 10, 15 years of hard, excruciating work. So get out there, make yourself uncomfortable. After you watch this video, record your first YouTube video. Doesn't matter how bad it is, it's gonna get 0 views, I'm telling you, right? My first YouTube video got 26 views, I don't know how. But anyways, record it, it's gonna suck, embrace it, and stick to it. Be consistent, post every single day for the next 2-3 years before you find out if YouTube is for you or not. But anyways, this video is very long. I didn't expect it to be this long. I've just gotten so good at speaking to the camera that now I can just flow and keep talking. But anyways, make your first video, subscribe to the channel, like this video. You motherfuckers better be liking these videos. Leave a comment down below and I'll see you in the next video.